broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Cavaliers in an interconference battle here at the Quicken Loans Arena. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the center position. Well, you think about Stephen Curry, and your first thought is he's a remarkable three-point shooter. That's right. But he's not just a long-range threat.
Yeah, I see him as a shot maker, one of the league's top mid-range shooters off the pull-up, too, and he's a creative finisher. Floaters and backspin shots, English, high off the glass. Again, the best shot maker, I think, in the history of the game.
And stolen by Barnes. The finish. Oh! And that one is hammered home.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Barnes grabs the miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
For the finish. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have a range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Knocked loose. Green kicks to Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. The Cavaliers have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything. And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Irving drives in. Draymond Green with the rebound.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever. But also of note, it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
And so it's Golden State with it, following the score by Cleveland.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Money. He's covered by Thompson. It's stolen by Curry. He dishes it to Green. Bogut kicks to Curry. From 13. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover. grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
Now here's Curry. Thompson outside. Clock at 4. Golden State needs to get off a shot. There's Green with the 3. Shot is off. Good D by Thompson.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And he gets it to go.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Jumps up, and Green slams it in.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Our old partner Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point. To the left side wing. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And the lead on that bucket.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. It's not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Nobody near Irving. And another miss by Cleveland. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Warriors lead by 14. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. We call Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media he and LeBron deal with, but also, and Clark, perhaps the most demanding of all are the expectations they've got for each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, two guys who expect so much of themselves to start with, who naturally have a vision of how great the other guy should be. I mean, they're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from each other. And that's a lot of fun to watch.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving is out there with money, and it's Thompson in at the 5. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. The 3. And another miss by Cleveland.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Took him no time at all on that one. Thompson's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Warriors.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight. And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Green inside. He's guarded by Love. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's Thompson again missing. Here's Money, and he jams it with authority.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Curry with it. He's got 10. It's stolen. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
There's the bucket. Good. Irving's got 5.
Boy, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
Passes it to Green. Thompson for the triple. Bogut the pass to Curry. Fires for 3, and he gets the bucket. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Stolen by Thompson. And it's the Warriors on the break. Barnes kicks to Curry. The 3 cannot hit. Good D by Irving.
Even though he isn't having the best of game from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And the shot is good.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Money passes to Irving. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Thompson left side. It's stolen by Bogut. Now the Warriors moving it up. Thompson with the ball. And he lays in the alley-oop.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he does.
Cavs were one of the top teams in the East last year, and it was in large part to how strong they were at home.
Boy, did they shoot it well from beyond the arc at home, Kevin. I mean, top 3 in the league in terms of three-point shooting. It does help to have LeBron, doesn't it?
It does. That is a factor.
Warriors ball.
Curry sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Curry's got 16.
And, you know, for the Cavs at home, they ended with 31 wins there. Second best record in the East in that regard. A lot of those wins actually came after the All-Star break. You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound.
And how about the Cavs last season? 18 straight home wins for them. Third longest home win streak in their history. And that home winning streak helped them jump from the middle of the playoff pack to the 2 seed.
Irving with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Can they get it? Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Not doing them any favors with those kinds of errors.
Especially now, Greg, with every possession being so crucial.
The Warriors shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
And the shot is good.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Another miss by Curry. Well, Cleveland shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. James with the bucket.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Yeah, trying to get it all back in a hurry, and you're right on that, but these threes they're taking have not helped. They're trying to catch fire, and they've yet to find the match.
Here's Curry with the 3, and James pulls it down. James has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
9 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Curry. Beyond the arc. That misses. Would have counted had it. And through one half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly a one-sided first half of action. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille. Golden State did not hesitate to set the pace. They didn't wait long. And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to...
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know anything can happen.
How about Steph Curry in this one? 19 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on him.
Yeah, and Clark, you can tell they're good right now when the ball leaves his hand. He has racked up a ton of points.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Curry in at the 1 spot. From deep, another 3 for Golden State.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Well, LeBron had kind of a slow start to his season, his return to Cleveland last year.
Yeah, he got off to a bit of a slow start. He had some nagging-type injuries, but things turned around, and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
Curry. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Money's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
From deep three-point range, and the basket by Curry. Curry's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Boy, he hit that shot, Kevin, from the suburbs. What a shot.
You got to have some guts to let it fly from that far beyond the arc. Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Irving from long range. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way.
Boy, a rough start to the second half. 5 straight clunkers.
Curry outside, and that one's good. Curry's got 12 now in this quarter.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep. And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And another 3 for Golden State.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart. He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on the roll and knock him down.
He rifled that one in from distance. Curry's got 37.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half. You know, with that one, he's getting up there in turnovers. I mean, 4 in all now. He's got to be better with the ball to get his team back into it.
Here's Golden State now. They're on an 18-5. Oh, my. How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Warriors have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. It's rebounded by Cleveland. James has got his 5th rebound in this one. There's the feed to Irving. Here's Money. He's got 11. Off target from three-point range.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Green kicks to Thompson. Thompson is double. And the wide open shot from Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 6 assists here tonight. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. James. And he's way off from outside.
He has got a lot of confidence in his game. You have to if you think you can knock one down from there.
Yeah, you know, I think he maybe needs some time for some direct admonishment.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. The Warriors shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Thompson with the rebound.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
Is about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, I see no birds up there.
No.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
And for Irving, he did come into last year hot. I mean, he won the MVP in international play while with Team USA. And for Kyrie, taking home the MVP in a Team USA tourney like that, it's a huge ego boost. I mean, of all the stars on that team, he shined the brightest. And I think that's going to help his confidence for this year.
.111 left here in the third quarter. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And he's still scoreless in the quarter. They might need to go to a plan B to help him get his confidence. And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it. Kevin, not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. There's 25 seconds left in the third. Livingston, no luck. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Warriors ball.
The Warriors shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Barbosa kicks to Ezeli. Pass to Iguodala. Ezeli dishes to Spates. For 3, Barbosa. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Warriors ahead, running away with this one. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Money out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Cavaliers shooting a putrid 25% from the field. Poor shot selection all around. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Yeah, this is not about charity, folks. That's his 4th giveaway already. He's letting his guard down out there.
Livingston kicks it to Iguodala. Spates the pass to Barbosa. Iguodala outside. Again, Iguodala missing. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Well, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or 2, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And it's Iguodala again missing.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Livingston for the 3. Iguodala gets the bucket. Iguodala's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Warriors. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Barbosa kicks to Iguodala. From deep. And another 3 for Golden State.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Golden State's gone a disappointing 2-6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And the Warriors get it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Cavaliers have gone a dismal 0-5 to get the fourth quarter underway. And it's James missing.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Warriors shooting reasonably well, 45%. And Barbosa has it in the corner. Puts up a three. And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That's his first foul. Iman Shumpert's checked in for Kevin Love. Well, Cleveland shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. And two shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set, and you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
And talking about Iman Shumpert, he seemed to learn from working with LeBron and Kyrie last year.
Yes, Shumpert was brought over for his defense, clearly, but as a bonus, his offense improved and got better. Now let's see if he can build on that going forward.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned. From a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Now Irvin. This one for three. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
But the effort's been there for him, just not getting the results.
Pass to Curry. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Cleveland. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Shumpert, no good. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's sixth man of the year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
And they go to the intentional foul.